Hello, welcome to this video dedicated to your metabolic health and the prevention of chronic diseases. If you're over 40, you've likely heard about the dangers of abdominal fat. Today, we're focusing on a specific type, visceral fat, which accumulates around internal organs like the liver and heart, significantly increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Studies show it can raise the chance of cardiovascular issues by up to 50%. The good news? You can combat it with accessible natural foods without relying on medications. In this science-backed video, we'll explore 5 superfoods that accelerate the loss of this dangerous fat, helping you improve your health and quality of life. We'll dive into the power of green tea, broccoli, salmon, nuts, and ginger, and learn how to incorporate them into your routine. Ready? Let's get started. First, it's important to understand what visceral fat is and why it's so concerning. Unlike subcutaneous fat, which sits just under the skin and is visible in the mirror, visceral fat is deeper, surrounding vital organs. It promotes chronic inflammation in the body, contributing to insulin resistance, high blood pressure, and atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of plaques in the arteries. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2023, people with excess visceral fat have a higher risk of cardiovascular events, especially after age 40. This fat isn't just an aesthetic issue, it compromises your long-term health. But science shows that diet is one of the most effective ways to reduce it, especially with foods rich in antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats. That's exactly what superfoods offer. Why focus on superfoods? Because they are nutrient-dense, optimizing metabolism, fighting inflammation, and helping burn visceral fat. Plus, they're natural, accessible, and easy to incorporate into your diet. These foods aren't fads. Their benefits are backed by research from renowned institutions like Harvard and the Journal of Nutrition. They work synergistically to improve your metabolic health, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and boost your energy. Now, let's get to the point. What are these superfoods and how do they work? The first is green tea. Rich in catechins, a type of antioxidant, green tea speeds up metabolism and increases visceral fat oxidation. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2021 showed that drinking 2 to 3 cups daily can reduce waist circumference by up to 1.5 centimeters in 12 weeks. Additionally, catechins protect the heart by lowering LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol. How can you include green tea in your routine? Try drinking a cup in the morning, unsweetened, or use it as a base for a smoothie with lemon and a touch of honey if you prefer. Avoid processed teas with added sugar and opt for high-quality leaves to maximize benefits. Next, we have broccoli, a powerful cruciferous vegetable. It's rich in sulforaphane, a compound that reduces inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity, 2 key factors in combating visceral fat. Research from Harvard Medical School indicates that vegetables like broccoli can lower inflammatory markers by up to 20%, helping prevent metabolic diseases. Broccoli is also affordable and versatile. A practical suggestion is to steam it, seasoned with olive oil and a pinch of salt, to accompany lunch or dinner. You can also add broccoli florets to soups or salads. Just avoid overcooking to preserve its nutrients. The third superfood is salmon, an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, a healthy fat that reduces visceral fat and protects the cardiovascular system. A study in the European Journal of Nutrition showed that omega-3 rich diets can decrease visceral fat by up to 10% in just 8 weeks. Salmon also helps control inflammation and improve triglyceride levels. To include it in your diet, try grilling a salmon fillet twice a week, paired with vegetables like asparagus or broccoli. If salmon is expensive in your area, sardines are an affordable alternative, equally rich in omega-3s. Choose fresh or water-packed canned versions, avoiding processed oils. Now, let's talk about nuts with a focus on almonds. They're rich in monounsaturated fats and fiber, promoting satiety and aiding abdominal fat loss. A clinical study showed that eating 30 grams of almonds daily, about 20 nuts, reduces belly fat over 6 months. The fiber also improves gut health, which is directly linked to metabolism. How to use them? Almonds are a convenient snack. Carry a handful in your bag for between meals. You can also sprinkle them on salads or plain yogurt. Be mindful of portion size, as nuts are calorie-dense. Keep it controlled for best results. Finally, we have ginger, a natural thermogenic that boosts metabolism and curbs appetite. Clinical studies show that 1 gram of ginger daily, equivalent to a teaspoon of fresh grated ginger, can reduce body fat mass. It also has anti-inflammatory properties, helping to combat bloating caused by visceral fat. Ginger is incredibly versatile. Add it grated to teas, juices, or stir-fries. A simple recipe is ginger tea with lemon. Boil a small piece of ginger in water for 5 minutes, strain, and add a splash of lemon. Avoid artificial sweeteners to maintain the benefits. Now that you know these 5 superfoods, how can you incorporate them into your routine practically? Here's a simple weekly plan. For breakfast, have a cup of green tea with a spinach omelette, packed with nutrients. For a morning snack, eat 15 almonds, about 20 grams, to stay full. For lunch, prepare a grilled salmon fillet or sardines with steamed broccoli, seasoned with olive oil. For dinner, try a pumpkin soup with a pinch of grated ginger, which is light and nutritious. Repeat this pattern, varying sides like cauliflower or zucchini. A few extra tips: buy fresh ingredients weekly to ensure quality. Replace processed snacks like cookies with nuts or vegetables. If budget is a concern, opt for sardines or eggs as protein sources. Prepare teas and meals at home to avoid additives. This plan is flexible and can be tailored to your taste. Before making these changes, a few important considerations. While these superfoods are safe for most people, those with conditions like hypothyroidism, food allergies, or on medications should consult a doctor or nutritionist. For example, green tea contains caffeine, which may affect sensitive individuals. Complement the diet with healthy habits. Walk 30 minutes a day, at least 5 times a week, and prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Sleep regulates hormones like cortisol, which influences visceral fat buildup. Remember, reducing visceral fat is a gradual process. With consistency, you'll see sustainable results in weeks or months, depending on your starting point. To wrap up, let's recap what we've learned. Green tea, broccoli, salmon, nuts, and ginger are powerful science-backed superfoods that help reduce visceral fat, improve metabolic health, and protect against diabetes and heart disease. They're accessible, natural, and easy to incorporate, offering benefits beyond fat loss, like increased energy and well-being. You have the power to transform your health with simple choices. Start today. Pick one of these foods to include in your next meal. How about a cup of green tea tomorrow morning or a handful of almonds as a snack? Subscribe to the channel for more science-based tips, share this video with someone who needs to improve their health, and leave a comment telling us which superfood you'll try first. Your journey to a healthier life starts now. See you next time.